Good morning, everybody. The last two videos, let's just call them part one, part two. We're done with that. Okay, that subject we're done with. We're gonna let everybody else talk about the same thing, duke it out online or wherever they want to, and we can't control any of that, so we're not gonna talk about that no more. More positive stuff. Okay. I just hit publish on the book, my print book. Hopefully they won't screw that up. They shouldn't, because they didn't screw up the first one. I just had to tweak it, you know how sometimes, like, every once in a while you might put two words in the same one after the other, or because of a comma in the wrong place, it might have a different meaning than what you intended, that kind of thing. So just some tweaking for the print book as opposed to the ebook. I did reduce the ebook back down to another price. I lowered the price by $1, and the print book, it may be available in a couple of weeks. I'm not sure how long they take, because I've never done a print book with draft to digital. But I was going to do a special price promotion, and I am, but it took me a little while to figure out that I couldn't set a promotional price for a certain period of time on the print book, only on the ebook. I can do it on the print. I can't do it on the print book. What I have to do for print is I have to lower the price manually, and then I have to raise the price back up to what it's supposed to be after the promotion is over, if I want to. And of course, I can do anything I want with my price, as long as I still get a royalty out of it, at least get $1 out of it. But I went ahead, and before they actually got, I noticed they haven't got it distributed to anybody. Amazon, Kobo. It's called Rakuten Kobo. Rakuten used to be eBay, so I don't know how Rakuten and Kobo are the same, but Kobo anyway, Kobo. And it's on Barnes & Noble, and it's on Everand, and it's on Smashwords. Smashwords is owned by Draft to Digital. But there are outlets where you can get it. It's a print on demand. They don't stock it in bookstores unless a bookstore actually orders them for their bookstore. They don't stock bookstores. Okay, I mean, I could stock a bookstore myself. I could buy a bunch of author copies for myself, which is basically the cost to print it plus whatever shipping for the books to be sent to me, and I could take it and offer it in town or something. I've got a lot of little shops in town. We're kind of like a tourist area in the mountains, and the town next to me has a lot of those little shops where you got little doodads and trinkets and gemstones and picture frame shops and that kind of thing. And there's some that it's local to this town, and I could talk to book store owners, and I could actually place my books in the store, because it's a local book. It's about the local area. Technically, it is about the local area. It's about this property, and I could do that. But I mean, I'm gonna think about that later, all down the road. I ordered me a couple of author copies. I did not get a proof copy on this, because the other one was pretty good and it was basically fine. And I just need to make sure it's okay. The problem with the print books is, on ebooks, you can make a change. You can upload a new manuscript for an ebook, and then it'll be almost instant. That same day, it changes on all the sites, Amazon and such. But a print book is different. With this, you can make one change to the internal book or the cover once every 90 days for free. If you want more changes, you have to pay like $25 for the change, because it has to be printed. It's a lot more rigmarole to go through for a print book than an ebook, which is completely digital. So anyway, I was trying to figure all that out, and I wanted to get it out, and I finally just said, I gotta push the button sometime. It's like, it's gotta be ready now. I don't know how it could be any more ready, unless something happens in the printing and they mess it up somehow. And then, I'll have to delist it and relist it. But it is going to have a promotional price on it, and as soon as and hopefully they will get the promotional price on it the minute it's released to the stores. I don't know for sure, but we'll find out. Yeah, this is all, I'm feeling my way through this. I've never done this before, and they're really not bad to work with, honestly. It just takes a little while to get your copies. It's going to probably take me, a week and a half to 2 weeks to get my author copies. And I don't know what I was going to do with the author copy, since it's the final copy, the final print version. And I don't know. I've got two proof copies where I look for mistakes and such, and they're not, you know, I mean, I could give one away as a proof copy with all my pen written corrections in it if I wanted to, I suppose. But I was thinking more along the lines of possibly getting an author copy and then, you know, doing a giveaway with that book. Maybe, I don't know. But for you who are waiting for the print book, who love the physical books, it should be out pretty soon. And anyway, I hope they have the right price. I'll let you know if they do. If it comes out and it's at Amazon and Barnes & Noble and Rakuten, I mean Kobo, and I forgot the others. Others are foreign to me. Viblio and Smashwords, like I said, belongs to Drafted Digital, the company. It's their adjunct distribution center anyway. So it'll be out. I thought I'd let you know that. And I am writing this other book. It's a fiction book, and it's I want it to be not the memoir is more like a novella length. The fiction book, my aim is to have a full novel length, and we'll see how that goes. I think I'm up to like 11,500 words. The events of the last couple of weeks kind of messed me up. It was hard to write and have my brain all disconjointed, just discombobulated and disjointed with that, all the drama that was going on. But I'm gonna have to get past that drama because I can't do a thing about it. And I don't know. It's crazy. I mean, you can literally immerse yourself in that 24/7, drive yourself insane, get an ulcer, and you can't do that. So that is the end. That is the end of that. And no more. I'm not going to talk about it here anymore. I said my piece. I'm done. That's it. I don't want to get back into being a political channel. Do you know what I mean? That's just not really what I want. I know I'm just a voice in an ocean of voices saying the same things, pretty much. But anyway, I said I was going to say about all that. It is a beautiful day. Today is going to be 83 degrees, and I think the rain's coming in about an hour. If it shows up, I mean, if it's 51% chance they say it's going to rain, and most of the time it doesn't. And tomorrow is going to be about the same, but the next day the temperature is going to drop 10 degrees and be rainy. So I think we're going to be heading into full fall weather now that we are actually officially fall, even though it's going to be hot today and hot tomorrow. In my opinion, 80 something degrees is hot. I don't like it. If it could be between 50 and 70 degrees, I'll bump it up to 75 for summer. That'd be perfect to me. I love it. Of course, you know, for the fruit trees and all that need the cold hours in the winter to bloom like they should, that wouldn't work too well for them. But I don't like hot weather. I don't like snowy weather. I don't like cold. I just don't like snowy. To me, snow belongs on a postcard. That's just me. Anyway, so that's what's going on here. And I just want to let you know, for the people who say, I'm going to wait for the physical book, it's almost here. And I'll look at it and make sure that it looks okay. I hope I don't have to delist it and start over. I shouldn't have to. These people do a pretty good job. So, it's just a beautiful day. Now, I'm trying to think, what else do I want to talk about? My son, my older son, said, I'm coming on this, it was last Thursday, or Thursday before last, I forget now, time goes by so fast. I'm coming Thursday, and I'm going to help you with that picket fence. You know, I had a picket fence in the backyard, and I wanted to take it down. And only one post was concreted into the ground. The others were just buried deep in the ground. Of course, roots grew around them and everything. And I was pounding on these things forever. And, you know, my husband couldn't do that, and I wasn't getting anywhere too fast. And my son said, I'm going to help you take down that fence. I said, well, I appreciate that, but you don't have to. He goes, I know, but if I don't, it'll probably never get done. He's probably right. So he came, removed all the rest of the picket fence down that I wanted removed. And, you know, we've got our gate finished, except for one little thing. We've got our gate together. And I want to, you know, on the back side of my house, there's the rail outside the basement, and there's the arbor where the guy had climbing roses that would never grow because it's the north side of the house and it was shady. Well, all the trees are gone now on that side of the house. Almost all those trees are, those were cut down because they're too close to the house and dangerous. So I was going to take that railing. It's got the spindles, you know, it's got the handrail, it's got those spindles all the way across, and it's got the arbor in the middle. And I was going to take the privacy fence pickets, which are make up the body of the gate, and I was going to put slats there to close in that whole section for privacy at the back door. And my son also put up a security light at the back door, motion detector light camera thing for me, which had been sitting on my desk for months. And so, thank you, son. Next week, or this week, I can't remember, next week or this week, he's supposed to come back and hopefully, unless something goes wrong, he's going to hopefully help me get up that fence. I got all the posts in place, but you know, the fencing is still sitting there in 2 rolls. So we're gonna see what we can do about that. So we're making progress. Whether I leave here or I don't, it's still got to be done. It's just incomplete. It needs to be completed. So there's that. We're still looking at getting rid of about half our possessions in this house. I mean, most of them just sat there for years, just taking up space and not being used. So why keep them? I'm trying to convince my husband about a lot of the books that he has. He says, but I use those as study materials. I said, you haven't picked up one in 20 years. How are you studying it? But I don't have to give it away to somebody. I'm like, honey, most people don't want your books. I mean, this is, you know, scholarly books, and they look at stuff online. Most people are, unfortunately, a lot of people are just not readers anymore. Now, the ones that are avid readers, I am. I'm very much an avid reader. That's why I'm such a good speller, and I guess that's why I ended up writing. I don't know, but you know, if I could convince him, even if it's to give it away to a thrift store, I said, then somebody can use them that really wants to use them. It's there for the taking, and they can come and buy it off of the thrift store, and it supports the Humane Societies. I have 2 Humane Societies that I can donate to. The one in this town over, the next town over, and one in North Carolina. And I contribute both of those thrift stores. So anyway, my husband went off to go try to buy some boots. I finally convinced him that he needs to buy some actual work boots. The Brahma boots, I know you're probably familiar with Brahma boots. Walmart sells them. That's what I wear. I wear a men's Brahma boot, small size men's Brahma boot. Size it's hard to find. I like the men's Brahma boots because the toe box is actually really wide. It's wide. I need a wide width. But I wear the Brahma boots. If I had been wearing the Brahma boots the other day, when I fell on my side a couple times chasing Ethel, instead of the muck boots, which are easy to trip in, I wouldn't have tripped. I wouldn't have fallen. So he's finally decided he cannot wear tennis shoes out in the snow. So I said, you need them with your back and your knee and your losing feeling in your feet. You need something with more support on the bottom, tread, which they have, and ankle support, which they have. I said, you got to sit down on the bench anyway to put your laceless shoes on. Why don't you just sit down and put your boots on? I'm telling you. But I finally convinced him. So let's hope he goes and finds a pair of boots today, because shoes are much more important for people with back problems and joint problems than they might be when you're, you know, young and carefree and don't have any of those problems. And I learned my lesson from, I thought I did, I do wear those boots most of the time. I do wear tennis shoes around here sometimes, but I find that it's safer wearing the boots, as well as if a snake strikes at you, your ankle, you got a boot. It's not going to go anywhere. And we got plenty of snakes here. By the way, you do know that September is when copperheads hatch their young. So don't get your hand reached into any kind of tight, dark place, okay? Wood piles, anything, leaves, whatever. Just be careful. So that's all I have to say. I don't want to ramble forever. Have a great day, and hope everybody's doing well. And let's get our mind off of the stuff that's going on. Let's do something creative. I had to put away my quilting for a while, but I have a feeling that I may pull it back out when it's really cold and dark and dreary, and I'm not outside as much as I am now. So you guys have a great day. I appreciate all of you, and thank you for all your wonderful comments. I really appreciate it, and we'll catch you later. Bye.